Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to update my Shop My Stash. These are the products that I've been using over the last few weeks. I did tuck in some eyeshadow palettes into the back there that weren't part of the like regular Shop My Stash selection. I did pull them in my eyeshadow palette Shop My Stash. If you missed that video, be sure to check down in the description box. You can check that out there. But today I am going to pull out some of the items that were new and tell you my thoughts on them and put them away and pull out some new products for the next few weeks so I can rotate through my collection. These are my Shop My Stash items right here. As you can see, these are the things that I've been using. It's kind of overflowing. I went a little ham last time, but I'm going to pull some of the other products from here as well as over here. That's those two cabinets there. Hold on, I'm gonna pull you back. Those two cabinets there are where I keep my makeup now, like my whole makeup collection, other than my Shop My Stash, which I've got right here. This is the makeup that I pulled out last time. Some of these products were new and I wanna share my thoughts with you before I put them away. But other than that, we're just gonna pull out some makeup from my cabinet drawers right there and update my selection for May. All right, so here's the makeup that I pulled out that I want to put away. And here is the makeup that remains. It's still kind of full, but at least now, like we'll get to that in a minute. I'm going to push this to the side and go over some of these products that I used last month. Hold on. So let's talk about them really quickly. This powder was okay to set my face, but I did not like it at all under the eyes. So yeah, I wouldn't have purchased this on my own, but if you caught my last video, you know, this was a free gift with purchase and I just wanted to use it to have my thoughts on it. Not really, like, it's neither here nor there. Not for the under eyes, but it's fine enough for the face. I am going to also talk about these eyeshadow palettes a little bit while I put them away, like after I get this stuff away, because I have some new thoughts that I've developed on them. Okay, so here's some of the eye things. Let me get this stuff out of the way. I'm just going to put this away because it's, you know, I want to keep it for sentimental purposes, and I did start kind of using it a little bit again, but that was before I had got a black, and now I have several blacks. Speaking of the black, I got this free Pat McGrath black one. I guess the way I feel about this eyeliner is not so hot. Like, it's fine for smudging on the top lash if that's what you're into. I don't smudge like that, but I do not like this for the lower lash line or for the waterline because it smears, like it runs. The Give Beauty mascara, this is not my favorite at all. It takes a lot of effort to get kind of a decent look on the eyes, and I think it's more for like a natural lash look. I don't really like it that much, not impressed. The Natasha Denona eyeliner, the Macro Tech eyeliner in the Macro, hold on, let me clean my nail because it's like getting on my nerves. Okay, sorry about that. One more spot. Okay, the Macro Tech eyeliner from Natasha Denona in brown. This thing, when I'm going to try to be careful. When I took the lid off last time, the lid, like the lead popped out. And so I ended up having to sharpen it way down, which is why it looks like I've used it so much. So by the size of it, you would think maybe she likes this a lot because she's really going through it. But no, actually, I feel like the Macro Tech eyeliners kind of tug a little bit too much. So I don't mind them in some of the fun colors that I don't have other high-end formulas in, but for like the staple colors, I don't really like it that much. So I won't be repurchasing the Macro Tech eyeliners from Natasha Denona, but they're fine enough to use for while I have them. The Ilia mascara, this is okay. This one is the volumizing one, not the, oh, hold on, Limitless. This one then is the one that makes it longer. Wow. So yeah, it's not really that great. I mean, this is okay. Also, like the one from Give Beauty, I like this for more of a natural lash, but yeah, I still really prefer my Lash Princess. This Urban Decay black eyeliner, this was also like some sort of a gift with purchase or something. I don't really like this either. It smears really bad, like it runs on the lower lash line, so I don't like that at all. It gunks up into the inner corner of the eye, so I definitely wouldn't use this for your waterline. But if you're into using a black liner on your top lash line and you don't want it to be a liquid one, this is this is good enough for that. The mini of the Bad Gal Bang, I've decided that I don't like how the Bad Gal Bang makes my lashes so crunchy. I do really like the effect of the way that it looks, but my lashes are so crunchy. And the Bad Gal Bang is so hard to wash off at the end of the day that I just feel like it's just too much effort to deal with. So I would save this for more of like a special occasion lash maybe, but yeah, it's not going to be my go-to anymore. Like, I it actually hasn't been for a little while. I, like, dethroned it a couple of months ago. Okay, this Rare Beauty Liquid Blush. I did use it again. I am not really a fan of this. This is okay for, like, if I'm not wearing any makeup and I just want to add a little bit of color to my cheek. But other than that, I don't like this. I'm putting away my two Huda Beauty concealers only because the shades are quite right for me right now. So I'm going to put them away until they are a better fit. I'm going to put away my Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. I have this particular one in the shade Light Medium, which is actually lighter than the shade Light, oddly enough. But this is a little bit too light for me right now. Maybe if I mixed it with the other one, but I don't know. I like this more for like when I'm trying to do a no makeup look, like literally no makeup look, but I want to at least even out my skin tone, because other than that, this doesn't provide quite enough coverage for my preferences on the daily, but it's good for like in a pinch or for that no makeup look. Just putting it away for now. I did try this and I think I used it wrong. I will link the video where I tested this out down below, but if you want to check it out and hear my thoughts on this, yeah. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to use this better, and if not, then this was a waste of $7. My CoverGirl Clean Fresh, I really like this powder a lot, especially as a pressed powder for an affordable brand. Like it a lot, even compared to some of my other high-end brand pressed powders. But because I am using the heck out of my new Huda Beauty powder, I don't need to really have this. I might put this in my purse like to go. So yeah, let me just put it in my makeup to go. All right. And then a few Shop My Stash videos back, like a couple of months ago, I had a use goal of 7 uses so that I could start to get some use from this product because I had it for over 2 years and I hadn't used it. I actually started using it kind of a lot, and I think I'm up to more like 16 uses if I remember correctly. If you go back and look at that video, I don't know how to, like, I might be able to insert a video, like a foot. I might be able to insert a foot of, God, Michelle, can you talk? Third time's a charm. I might be able to insert, I give up. Okay, so anyways, yeah, I can't insert a photo, okay? Obviously, if I can't even say it, I certainly can't do it. Anyway, you can kind of see that it does show now that there's wear on the letters, so that's nice. And I'm going to go ahead and put this away until the fall because my skin tone is just kind of turning off a little bit now that I'm getting a little bit of sun and I'm not so warm anymore. So this looks a little bit funny on me, which is why I wanted to have that use goal so that I would use it before my color change. But okay, I've gone on enough. This is the NARS Pleasure Trip, and those are the shades of the products. Okay. Here. I'm probably never going to use this. I'm afraid it's going to make me break out, but one day I will try to like use it. It was my free gift with purchase this past summer, so it's only a few months old. These two I did try, and they were new to me from my Shop My Stash last time. I explained why I picked them up in my try-on video, which was the video where I tried this as well. I wish that I would have remembered at that time that I had also picked up an e.l.f. lipstick that I wanted to check out as part of that like e.l.f. video, but you know, that's how I roll. So anyway, I did check these out, and Although they go on really beautifully and they're nice and affordable and convenient, I don't think that I'm going to be reaching for these as a go-to. In an absolute pinch, sure, I could get by with them, but I just prefer more high-end formulas, and that's all there is to that. So I'm going to roll these out. Okay, that leaves us now to briefly discuss the eyeshadow palettes that I put here as like my go-to staples. Oh yeah, it was also this one here. These two. These were all the palettes that I was kind of reaching for in a pinch over the last couple of weeks. Admittedly, I haven't worn a whole ton of makeup lately because I've been not feeling very well and I've been having some issues. And also, amongst the last couple of weeks since my uploads, I also had out-of-town company stay here at my house with me. So, you know, it's just been kind of busy and all of that, which is why I was wanting some like easy go-to reach for palettes. So, okay, let's discuss this one. Both of these actually. I wanted to do a look with each of these, either of them actually. And I don't know. This is just a little bit too warm for my preference. And I decided that other than like the mattes, I don't really think I'll be getting use out of this. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in my purse, like on my to-go makeup, just in case I want to use it in a pinch, because it does have some good staple colors. But other than that, I feel like it doesn't really serve that much of a purpose in my collection. I did, you know, get it for review purposes, obviously. But this one I do enjoy more. So yeah, I just didn't end up reaching for this one this time because I looked in that other one instead, and then I ended up reaching for this palette. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave this palette in and see if I can get some more use out of it. Okay. I did get some more use out of my Patrick Top Major Dimension 3 eyeshadow palette. I did create a look that I feel like I struggled with because I started off using these warmer shades. I am not really a fan of these three shades right here. Even that one, I mean, this one I can kind of fudge with it a little bit, but this top row is not my favorite. I don't like the creams. They smudge and bleed. I don't like them for liner. They like run on the lower lash line. And I haven't tried them as an eye base because that's just not how I see these. I don't know. Plus, I heard that they crease when you do that. I basically like these shades here in the palette, and that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 workable shades for me in this eyeshadow palette, but I absolutely love the formula. I don't really regret getting this palette because I knew that I was going to be more drawn towards the cool tone side anyway. And that was before the Makeup by Mario Cool Toned eyeshadow palette released. I have been reaching for this one for some really simple, quick go-to looks, mostly using like these shades here. So, and that one up there, those two up there. So yeah, well, really this whole top row. Okay, yeah, I'm using a lot of the palette. I'm enjoying this one a lot. I'm going to keep this one here for easy access. And I apologize if you can hear my stomach growling. I'm about to go make some breakfast. Okay. I did try to reach for the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes eyeshadow palette. But now that I have this one, okay, the mattes over here just feel too warm. Too peachy, a little bit too warm. I do like this one shade there and that shimmery shade up there, but all the other shimmers are just too dark for my preference. And I do like these two browns down here, but essentially I don't really know if I'm going to be getting as much use out of my Ethereal Eyes palette anymore because I really reached for the mattes in them. Now that I have this one here, this has been a go-to for me, so I'm really enjoying that. But I'm going to leave these two here for easy access. Okay, so that leaves the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude eyeshadow palette. I did use this eyeshadow palette several times in the last few weeks, and I feel like I am getting a little bit more of a feel for how to get a little bit more impact out of these shimmers. But essentially for me, my favorite shades in this palette are right here. Those 4 mattes. And that's what I like the most from this palette. And that shimmer right there, coupled with that one. And a little bit of that. Yeah, okay, so I'm moving around in the palette. But these like warmer shades and then the deeper shimmers, I don't know. I haven't really learned how to like vibe with them just yet. So maybe I'm going to leave this one in and try to work on this one some more. All right. Here is the makeup that remains in my stash. I've got my NARS cheek palette back there, my Hourglass face palette there, and my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer there. So other than these 2 right here, like I'm down to those 2 bronzers. This is for my brows. And I'm down to just these 4 foundations. I don't want to have too much more. Oh yeah, I want to see if I can get some use from my mini Starlet palette. But I feel like what my problem with this palette is right here. I'm not really a fan of how peachy these are on me. So I'm still trying to get my thoughts about this particular eyeshadow palette together. So I want to try to work this into the rotation a little bit. I have been enjoying the Bobbi Brown concealer once I figured out how to use it. Less is definitely more with this one because the formula is pretty thick. But I do like the peachy aspect of it. It kind of keeps me from having to use a separate corrector. So had I picked up this concealer before trying this, I wouldn't have needed this here. But this is nice for like some of my super darker spots that like are my freckles or acne scarring. So I'm going to leave this one in. I still haven't checked out my new Bobbi Brown eyeliner, but I did finally wash the brush. So it is ready to go. So I'll probably be checking this out in a video very soon. So I want to leave this in my Shop My Stash. Loving my Huda Beauty. I have my Sephora haul coming up, my full Sephora haul coming up really soon. This was part of that haul. I'm really enjoying this as my under eye powder because I don't really like the way this one looks under my eyes. And although I feel like this shade is a little bit off for me right now, I have been getting some use out of this, trying to just work my way through it. The shade is a little bit off for me, but I'm going to make it work. The shade is right there, light medium 10. Anyway, I'm going to try to get some more use out of that. Loving this e.l.f. Halo Glow. I like it so much better than the Charlotte Tilbury one that I tried a while back because that one made my whole face break out. And this one works so nice and is so affordable and doesn't break me out. Still loving this foundation. It is a little bit light for me now. So yeah, as a matter of fact, I might be mixing this one with my darker one soon. So yeah, let's go ahead and fill up with some new products now. All right, so let's pick out some new products. Admittedly, I don't have a ton of room left in here, and I want to try to keep it limited just to this. I don't want to have that overflow container anymore. I'm still going to put that stuff away, but anyway. All right, so let's start off here. I'm just going to pull a few things to supplement my stash. I want to get some more use out of my e.l.f. Sticky primer, whatever that's called. And I want to use my darker About Face and mix it with the lighter one. As it is, I'm already out of space. So I feel like I'm going to set back. I'm going to put back this Wet n Wild Dewy one for the About Face. Hold on. Do I want to put my True Match back? Yeah, I actually feel like this was a little bit too dark for me when I tried to use this last week. So let me save that one for like later. I'm going to go ahead and bring back the Wet n Wild one. Okay, have a little bit of room left. And I want to get some use out of my It CC cream. my lighter shade of the It CC cream before I get much darker. So I'm going to see if maybe I'm the right shade for this now. That's it for correctors. It's my concealers. This is too light for me now, but I'm so close to finishing it up. This is kind of light for me too, but I would like to try to get some more use out of this just before it goes bad. I do like the Shape Tape Creamy, even though the scent is a little strong. So I'm going to put that in. I might be done for concealers because I'm out of space. Okay. I'm good on powders. Do I even have a highlighter in my stash? I've got a highlighter in here, a highlighter in here, and this is a highlighter. So yeah, I feel like I am good on highlighter right now. And I'm not ready for my darker bronzer yet. Okay, so now let's go over there. Let me move the lighting. All right, so from over here, I basically just have setting spray, a couple of like extra palettes that I can pull from, a few lipsticks, and all of my blush, which I do want to use some of my new lipsticks. I feel like this one would be a pretty one. I haven't tried a Lancome lipstick in a long time, so I'm going to pull this one into the mix. And I do just pull from here for my setting spray. This is my current setting spray that I'm using. This is practically empty. Here is my current amount of my MAC Fix Plus. Oh, goodness. Let me move this out of the way for now. Up here. Okay, down to the blushes. I think I decided I'm not going to use this because I did try this blush here and I really wasn't impressed with the formula at all. I would like to get some more use out of one of my Pat McGrath compacts. So I'm going to pull that one in, and it also has a highlighter in there. Do I have any more space? Oh my God. Okay. I want to pull my purple blush in. That might be it that's going to fit. Last drawer of my makeup collection is my two NARS cheek quads. I don't have any more space for them right now. I might use them next time. And I don't want any of my cream products. So yeah. Okay. I'm going to be doing a video with my Wicked stuff really soon. And yeah, that's going to do it for today's Shop My Stash. This is all the makeup right here that I'm going to be wearing over the next few weeks and what I'll be using in my videos. And I'll just pull from my collection for other things as I see fit. But I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff away. And that's going to do it for today. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to click the like button. It really does help my small channel out so much. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.